Hey, it's your girl Malay back with another makeup tutorial. Today we're creating halo eye looks. So y'all, want y'all to stay tuned and check out this video to see how I created this amazing look using the matte book from the crayon case. And I use my shimmer pigments from my makeup eyeshadow collection. So keep watching. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you hit that notification button and subscribe to my channel. So we're going to dive right in. As you can see, my eyebrows are already done. And we're going to prime my eyelids with the base from pLouise in the shade 0. And for my eyebrows, I used Absolute New York pencil in the shade Smoke. And to carve them out, I used MAC's PROLONG Wear Concealer in the shade NC45 and NC50. So right now, we're just working that base in all over the eyelid to get it good and set. And as you can see, we're going to start out with that matte book. And these colors are popping. When I say they're very pigmented, they're very pigmented. And once they set and they oxidize, they really set in and they get bolder. So I'm telling you guys, you're going to love this look. So right now, we're going in with the shade Purple. And I'm gonna go ahead and prime my other eyelid. So with this video, I kind of worked both of them at the same time. You want to pat that base in until you get it set. It takes about 60 seconds to set. Now I'm applying my purple. And now we're gonna go in with this pink. We're going to kind of just apply it in a tapping motion on the outside of that purple. And just keep patting and blend those shades together. And for this one, I used a very small blending brush. I wanted something that wasn't going to be too wide. That way you could get the product on, because I don't have large eyelids. So I went with the smallest blending brush that I had. And that brush comes from a complete set with BH Cosmetics. I think they discontinued it. I actually purchased them from Belk when Belk had a sale. Now I'm going to go in and pat a little of this red in. So we're just blending in colors. After that red, we're going in with blue. And just in a tapping, patting motion, and we're going to blend that in and connect it with that red. Now we're headed for our green and our lime green. And y'all, you guys, with this video, I really wanted to do something bold and vibrant. This really took me outside of my comfort zone, because I normally do natural looks on my clients. But I was like, you know what? Step outside of your comfort zone. Get outside of the box a little bit. So I wanted to do a recreation. So this was a recreation from the Glamologist. And she did an amazing job with her look. She just used a different palette. So now we're just blending those colors together. Now we're going in with a lighter blue. And just blending it in the inner corners and kind of bringing it in the eye a little bit. And now I'm going back, just checking my colors and just blending them together to make sure everything comes together and they don't have any harsh lines, because you don't want to have any harsh lines, you guys. You want it to look blended and faded into one another, and so it could look more natural. Now we're getting ready to carve out our crease with the pLouise base, shade 0. And when you cut your crease, I like to go a little bit above where my actual crease line is because my eyes are slightly hooded. So to see that full cut crease in the halo, I went up a little bit higher. Just being a little more dramatic with this video. So the flat brush I'm using comes from an artist, makeup artist, artist brush set. I got it off of Amazon. I will list that in the description box and below. And it's a really flat brush. It's easy to work with and it's easy to carve your crease out with it. So I really love this brush. And yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. And a little trick I learned from the Glamologist is you take your makeup wipe and you go back and you wipe over your eyelid so that other eyeshadow don't really mix with your white to take away from your color setting well. So now we're going back in with a tapping motion and we're adding some more of that purple to the outer corners. And we're going to just keep patting that in. Now we're going back into our inner corner. And we're just working that blue in. And we're doing the same thing to the other eye. We're just going to bring those colors in. And with this halo, I'm trying to create it on an angle. So it's like it's slimmer at the bottom and going up it gets wider. So I'm just fading and transitioning those colors over each other. And now I'm just going back in and checking things and blending. And I'm a stickler for making sure things are right, so I always go back and double check to get it just like I want it. Now I'm going to top it, the middle part of my eye, with a little NYX glitter glue. And we're going to go in with one of my glitters. And then we're going to top that white glitter with my white pigment to give it a little pop to the color. So yeah, we're going to just keep patting that in the middle of our lid. We want it to have that bold look to it so it could stand out. So now I'm just looking back at it to make sure everything is set. And we're doing the same thing to the other eye. We apply our glue and then apply a glitter in our pigment. Sorry, I have my fingers in the way a little bit, guys. Just trying to hold that mirror on an angle and see. So now we're just going in a pat motion and applying it to the middle of our eyelid. Now we're getting ready to put our lashes on. So what I did with this video, I took a little of the Duo Lash Glue and I applied a little bit to my lash line. I put the glue on the lashes and then I applied them. You have to let your glue set for 45 seconds so it could get tacky, and then your lashes will be kind of an easy install. It shouldn't be so difficult to put them on. So now I'm just making sure they're good and dry. Yeah, the MINK's popping, and they come from my eyelash collection. You can shop with me at MakeupByMalay.com to purchase these. I'm feeling it, y'all. I'm feeling it. So now we're going to prime our face, and I'm using e.l.f.'s Face Putty, the Poreless Putty, and I'm using the Matte Putty because I like for my foundation to have a more sheer airbrush finish to it. I don't have to have I don't like to have an oily look. So I'm going to just go in a pat motion and pat that into my pores. So we're just buffing it into the skin. And then the rest of my face, I'm going to add the matte primer. And we vibing. I don't know what I was listening to, y'all. But hey, I was in the groove. The matte one is white and the poreless one is a pinkish shade. And I purchased those at Ulta, but you could get them on e.l.f.'s website. So now we're blending it all out. Now we're finna go in with our Deja Vu Beauty Face Oil Drops. And these drops help reduce fine lines and wrinkles. So we're gonna add a couple of drops of this under our eyes. But guys, make sure you blend it in well, pat it in well, so it could set into the eye. So just a couple of drops. And now I'm just patting everything in. And for my foundation of choice, I'm using MAC's MATCHMASTER 8.0. I love this foundation. I love the look it gives me. It does not give me a red undertone, so that's what I like about it. And I'm going to go in with a flat foundation brush and just apply some all over my face. And remember to catch your neck. You never want your face to be a different shade from your neck. And once we get enough all over our face, I'm going to take the flat brush and kind of pat it all over my forehead and smooth everything out. And then I'm going to go back in with a round flat foundation brush to buff it into my skin. So we just warming that foundation up, buffing it into the skin. You're going to continue to do this till you have everything blended out. We're just continuing to blend. All right, now we got our foundation like we want it. Let's get ready to conceal under those eyes. So for conceal, I'm using MAC's PROLONG wear in the shade NC45. And I'm just going to tap some of that under my eye and bring it out. Once I get it all shaped the way I like it, then I'll blend everything out. And I like to kind of create like a circle pattern once I go around with the concealer, because right below that is where I will start my contour. So I just like to create that shape with my cheekbones. And we're just tapping that concealer under our eyes. And I do my forehead. And I like to do under my lip and then down the bridge of my nose to highlight my nose to stand out. And contour and highlighting, you guys, all it is just creating an illusion. You want to draw the face in toward your nose. You want everything to appear to be smaller. Forehead, if you feel like you got a big forehead, you could contour it and highlight it to where you get that shape to where, okay, well, my forehead doesn't feel so big. So that's the purpose of contouring and highlighting. It keeps the focal point on your forehead when people looking at you. When you have, you're creating that illusion where if you want to put a little highlighter up there, or if you want to draw them away, you contour and bring it in to draw people away from focusing on your forehead and focusing on, hey, she has a slimmer nose, or hey, she doesn't have a double chin. So it's all about creating a shape when you contour the under the bottom of your chin on each side. So that's creating an illusion that you don't have a double chin if you do have a double chin. It has become a habit for me. Like when I create all my looks, I love to contour and highlight my face. It's just a routine in how I do my makeup. So my husband said, okay, do a natural beat. A natural beat turns into like an hour. So I don't do natural beats. I do a lot of natural eyes. But I really like to, contour my face, but it's never too bold. But you could tell it's done. And so right now we're taking another brush and we're just kind of patting it out, concealer brush, to set that concealer in place. And now I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution stick in the shade F15. I purchased this from Ulta. And this is what I'm going to do my contour with. We're just going to take it around our forehead. And then we're going to hit our nose. Get that nose slim. So now I'm just looking back at it. I'm going to get ready to blend that out. So now we're taking our same brush we did our foundation with. And we're just patting back and forth to create that. And see how that contour, it makes those cheekbones stand up. So even if you don't have cheeks, you could actually make it look like you have cheekbones. Some people have more of a flat face. You can't tell their cheeks are there. So if you contour it right, you can make it appear that they have cheeks. So now we're just going to keep blending all of that out. And now we're going to blend out the other cheek. And we're catching the bridge of our nose. So now we're going to go in and set our contour with this Morphe. I think it's called Hi-Fi 8 palette. In the shade, I think it was Debutante I used. So we're just setting that contour. And y'all, we just about done with this look. I really love how everything came together. And now we're just taking our beauty blender. And we're patting. And sorry for the chewing, guys. I think I was eating some mints. When I look back at the video, I was like, oh my God, worst mistake. I shouldn't be chewing in my videos. And I am. I do apologize. Now we're going to set with our BENNYE Dolce powder, translucent. My go-to that I always use. I've been using it for a few years now and I love it. We're going to take a little of that and put it on our beauty blender. And just pat that under the eyes to make sure we get all the areas so we don't crease up under our eyes. And then to shape our contour, we also take the beauty blender and carve a line under the contour area so it could have a defined shape. And we're going to hit the bridge of our nose. Y'all know how I do it. And I used to bake. I don't do baking. I like to put it on and brush it off. And I'm going to take my MAC Deepest Dark and pat that on my face. Just a little to set the other areas of my skin. And now we're going in and we're highlighting our cheeks with the ANGLOWLA from the CRAYON case. And you want to put it right on the apples of your cheeks. And we're going to hit the bridge of our nose. That highlight is popping. And I tell you, this is my favorite highlighter. I so love it. And I'm going to use a MAC lip pencil in the shade Chestnut to line my lips. So I always do pretty much a nude lip. I'm not big on color. And we're going to top this with some gloss. So we're diving in and we're getting that lip lined out. And I think this is what this one is. This is my e.l.f. Cosmetics. I'm going to apply a little bit to the inside of our lips, top and bottom, and then we're going to do a little blotting motion where we just pat our lips. Yes, just trying to get that ombre look. I can't remember the actual name of it. But that's our nude lip, and now we're going to go in with our Deja Vu Beauty Organic Rosewater Setting Spray, which is good for hyperallergenic if you have issues with your skin. Just a very refreshing for people that have reactions to certain types of products. So I wanted to create something all natural and organic for my clients and for my customers. So there you have it, you guys. This is my final look. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, turn on your notifications so you can stay up to date on all the new content that I will be bringing your way. Again, thank you for vibing with Makeup by Malay. This was really a challenging look, and I'm grateful that I conquered it, I achieved it. I mean, I'm feeling myself right now. I'm feeling myself. Let me pose for you one more time. Look at that glow. Look at that glow. Yes, and make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. On Facebook at Makeup by Malay, Instagram Makeup by Malay, and you can also find me on Twitter at Makeup by Malay. Please follow, like, subscribe, and share content. I greatly appreciate everyone that took the time to tune in to watch this video. All the details will be listed below in the description box for all the items that I used. And again, thank you for vibing with me.